Hi, and welcome back to Mr. Mandypants.
It's just me and my silly life. It's Mr. Mandypants.
I realised that I have been on YouTube for 16 years, and that's just counting the videos that I've kept public. There's a load that I've privatised. 16 years? Very long time. So I thought maybe I could reintroduce myself to you. So I've gathered 20 questions together to act as a welcome back to Mr. Mandypants. Who am I? How have I changed in 16 years? And what's happening next? Why not? My name is Liam, but I am known as Mr. Mandypants on all of my social media platforms. Question 2. I am 36 years old, which means I was around 20 when I started this YouTube channel. And I now live in the lovely Norfolk. Now a Norfolk boy. Oh, why did I start YouTube? That is a really good question. I just wanted to do something that made me smile and could make other people smile and laugh. I've never really had a problem with making myself look stupid, and I thought, why not do that for other people online? And that's where YouTube came from, and then ultimately, I guess, TikTok. What content do I make? My content is different on my different platforms. YouTube started off with some very, very questionable song covers, and then moved more into a challenge style platform where I would attempt to eat hot foods, do silly little challenges with pickles and makeup. And I would like to get back to doing that at some point. So if you have any suggestions for future challenges, please let me know. I am thinking about bringing back the Muse jar. If you've been here for any of that 16 years, you might remember my Muse jar, which I think is actually under here. I may be wrong. Apparently I'm wrong. Basically, the Muse jar is a jar with random suggestions in it, and I would randomly pick one out week to week and then do that challenge. Question 5, something I could talk about for hours. If you've seen any of my TikTok series, I am a massive Dungeons and Dragons fan. I have been playing for several years now. I started with one group. We played every month or so. Then I moved where I live now and found a secondary group. I am a DM for life. I've only been able to play in games once or twice, and we have a running joke that I can't do it for more than 3 or 4 sessions before that campaign must be cancelled and never be played again. So if you've got a campaign or you want to see some D&D content here on YouTube, let me know what you want to see. Oh, a fun fact about me. I am terrified of cows. Don't get me wrong, if we drive past a field full of cows, I'm not going to burst into tears and start sobbing uncontrollably. That I'll admit to. But I just find them unsettling. It's the eyes. They're full of chaos. Ugh. A surprising fact. Okay, well, a lot of people might not know, but I haven't exactly kept it a secret. In 2021, I had a heart attack. Just falling apart, really, aren't I? A night owl or a day bird. I am a night owl. I have done night work, and more recently I've been doing night work, and I'm just not good at days. I don't do mornings. I'm very bad at waking up. Ask anyone who's ever known me intimately and closely. I don't do waking up in the morning. I don't really do waking up at all. I will happily stay in bed all the time. Oh, what YouTubers do I find inspiring? Okay, this is actually quite an easy question. I won't pretend to be like, who could it be? Okay, so there is a pivotal handful of YouTubers who I have always watched. Obviously, you got your bigger ones like your PewDiePies, your Markiplies, your Jacksepticeyes, who I really enjoy. Dan TDM, I like the gameplay videos that they do. But on a more personal level, I have followed Good Mythical Morning with Rhett and Link and all of the stuff they have made for well over 15 years. And I just love everything they do. So if you've not checked them out, please do. Then there is Carrie Hope Fletcher, a musical theatre YouTube personality who, honestly, I just find incredible at what they do. They're also the sister of one of the members of McFly, if you don't know who they are. I managed to go and see part of her live tour a couple of years ago with my friend Emily, who's been in one of my previous videos, and honestly it was incredible. It's one of the best things I've ever gone to see. Then we move on to something a bit more comedic. Daz Black. Daz Games, now part of Off the Hook with Will. Daz Black is a real inspiration to me because he was a bigger guy. More recently he's lost a good amount of weight, but he's just a really funny bloke, and he just seems to come across really nice. I'm sure there are people out there who think he's not, but I don't care. And then finally, someone who I take real emotional inspiration from on a like mental health level, as well as just pushing to make good quality content, is Tom Scar Ridgewell. He is the creator of the ASDF movies, you know, like Muffin Time and I Like Trains. But he also makes more vloggy kind of game showy content. But he does loads of series, and I find him a real inspiration on YouTube. Oh, okay, favourite film, TV show and video game. Okay, well, my favourite film is The Producers with Matthew Broderick, Nathan Lane, Uma Thurman, Will Ferrell. It's honestly, it's my favourite film. I'm a huge musical theatre head, and that film sums up me as a person. Silly, frivolous. TV show, Smallville has always been my go-to favourite TV show. 10 great seasons of Superman's origins. What I will say is that's probably taken a step back in the recent years with things like Gotham being released and The Walking Dead video game. Well, I have to give a proper shout out to The Legend of Zelda or Ocarina of Time on the Nintendo 64 with Mario 64, because it was the first major games console that I ever played. My mum bought it for my birthday or for Christmas one year, and we used to sit together and play it every evening, and it really shaped my love for games. And now I stream on Twitch. Drop me a follow. My go-to favourite video game is Batman Arkham Asylum. I just think it is such a very well-made game. Lots of fun. If you love Batman, play that game. Quickfire round. I'm a big tea fan. Hot tea, cold tea, iced tea. Not the rapper. I have nothing against it, but he's not who I mean. Sweet or savoury? Savoury. I don't really have a sweet tooth. People normally shudder and cringe when I tell them I don't like chocolate, but that's just who I am as a person. White chocolate does hold a special place in my chubby little heart. Horror or comedy? Oh, definitely a horror. I love horror films. Every October I try and watch as many horror films as I possibly can. My favourite horror film is the cult classic 13 Ghosts with Matthew Lillard in it. Music or podcasts? Well, I love music. Musical theatre music is incredible, but I do also love a good podcast. The more recent years I've been listening to Dungeons and Daddies, a not BDSM Let's Play podcast, which are now starting their 4th season, which I'm just about to start listening to, and I'm really excited. I love them because they're just fun. They're having fun and they're playing the game. They don't take the rules too seriously. And I just have great memories of laying in my garden in a hammock in the sun listening to Campaign 1. So I will definitely take a podcast. Plus, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I previously was part of the Manic podcast, which is spelled MANNIC. 2 N's is very important. More recently, we've actually launched a brand new podcast called The Spoiler Buffet. Have a plug for that. The link will be in my bio for it. So far, we've released 3 episodes, a Stranger Things episode, an introduction episode about superheroes, and a special episode where I sit down and watch the cult classic Watership Down for the first time, because somehow I got to 36 years old and had never seen it. Summer or winter? I hate summer. I hate the warm. I hate the heat. I live in an attic, which means the heat rises, and when it's warm up here, it is warm. Oh, what are you the most proud of? I'll show you. Come with me. Come for a walk with Liam. This is one of the things I am most proud of. I have written 3 professional touring pantomimes so far. Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, and more recently Rapunzel. And on the note of touring and Purple Dreams Productions, this Easter Saturday on April the 4th, I will be appearing in a family show for children called The Princess and the Knight, set in a fantastical world where good and evil come to collision. I am playing a very fun character, and we'll be appearing in Lowestoft at the Seagull Theatre. So if you want to come see a really fun and interesting original kid show, The Princess and the Knight, right here, boop. I'll give you a clue. I'm not the princess. Or am I? Am I the knight? I'm not going to tell you. You'll have to come along to find out. Lowestoft, 4th of April, 2026. Be there. Or don't be there, I guess. A hobby you love? Dungeons and Dragons. I say I just love it. I have said that over the last few years, Dungeons and Dragons has been the thing that has grounded me and kept me sane. So the fact I've not played for 2 weeks and it's about to be 3 weeks without any D&D means I'm on the edge of sanity, guys. Something I'd like to learn. Honestly, I would just like to learn how to play an instrument. I've tried learning the ukulele and I've just not been successful. I should probably try again. If you play the ukulele and you know me, hit me up. Best thing to recently happen to you. The last few years I relocated for work, and that can be quite scary. Moving from a place with lots of people you know to somewhere that's not 100 miles away, but is still far enough away that you don't know anyone. Then I found the Dungeons and Dragons group, and I met a load of people in that group who became very close to me. And I moved in with 2 of my friends who were and are part of that group, which we have now moved and host at home. So last July, I became part of a house share with my friends Adam and Lizzie. Honestly, it's probably one of the best things I've ever done, but I'm very grateful for all of my friends and all the people around me, both here and where I was before. Get rid of the soppiness. And finally, what's next? Well, now I could just say, well, you'll have to wait to find out, but I'm not going to do that. If you've been watching at all in the last 16 years, then you'll be no stranger to the fact that I upload a video and I say, see you next time. And then I don't know, about a month later, maybe 2, I'm like, oh, sorry guys, I didn't make any content. Big gaps in my content release schedule, but that's probably not going to change. I plan to post a little bit more regularly here on YouTube with some of my Follow Me Mandy vlog videos, some more random content videos, some more personality driven content where I stand and I talk to you, we have a chit chat, some challenges, some vlogs. About to start a brand new monthly series, which is a Follow Me Mandy monthly. I'm still going to do special Follow Me Mandys around certain occasions, but I'm going to be releasing a new monthly Mandy Pants vlog covering every month as we go. So the next one that comes out should be the March one at the end of March, and then we'll do one for April, and then all of the other months, because that's how the months work. I'm not going to say I'll see you in a week, I'll see you in 2 weeks. There's going to be no schedule. I'm going to make something when I think I've got something worth making and that I think you lot will enjoy. There might be some more song covers. I don't know. I haven't got any planned at the moment, but I'm not going to say no. Never say never. If you want to see something a little bit more regular, please head over to my TikTok at MrMandypants. The link is in the description, where you can see more regular short form content. I do D&D sketches, lip syncs. I'm trying to carry on the Real Conversations with My Kids series. And just generally, I try and upload at least 3 or 4 times a week on that platform, but that does sometimes not happen. Surprise, surprise. Thank you for sitting and listening to me waffle for the last however long this has ended up being. I mean, it's nearly 30 minutes before I've finished recording. Don't forget to check out my TikTok, my Instagram, my Twitch. Drop me a follow or a subscription on any of those to stay up to date with all the Mandy Pants content. I do also now have the Mandy Clan Community Discord, where you can become part of a lovely community of all the people who have one very important thing in common: me, and a love for making friends. But in all seriousness, it's a great place. Join it, introduce yourself, make some new friends. Everyone there's super friendly. It's also a great place to keep up to date with any new content I'm making. Every time I go live on Twitch, it'll update the Discord chat. And there's a food-based channel, there's a fitness channel, there's gaming channels, there's a D&D channel. Don't forget to click the link in the bio to listen to the first 3 episodes of The Spoiler Buffet, my brand new podcast with co-host Tobias returning. But other than that, thank you for coming. Smooth. Thank you for bearing with me for the last 16 years. I know it's not always been an easy follow because there's no regular content. It's as and when. That's not going to change. I'm not going to say it will. But thank you for being here. I hope you continue to be here, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. If you like this video, I've been Mr. Mandypants. And if you haven't liked this video, well, I've still been Mr. Mandypants. That doesn't change it, sorry. Toodle pip.
It's just me and my silly life. I'm Mr. Mandypants.